I think it's great when people talk about Earth Day and let's change the world and let's get it whatever. Earth has been moving for a long time, for a very very long time. We weren't there. It was moving before that. We've come along. We've messed it up in 100 years or lesser. Royally, as bad as we could have. The point is, don't worry about Earth. It will still keep moving around. It's us who will disappear. So the point really is do something for yourself. Earth is great. If you don't know about a guy called George Carlin, he's my role model when it comes to environment and all that stuff. Stand-up comedian, and he gives a lot of stuff about how pathetic we human beings are actually. And do something for yourself. I mean, that's the whole idea. And crawl, walk, run effectively is intention for this whole event or movement is not so much about saying run and it's for runners or cyclists. It's saying get a friend who's a slob or king of the remote control or queen of the remote control or whatever. Get them to move. And I think that's the biggest gift you can give your loved one, rather than, I think we runners are generally selfish people. If we find time for ourselves, we get our family to do it enough. And so that's the whole idea behind this whole event, movement or whatever it be. Started off as a really like a concept. I think it's happening in like 12 cities or more this year, like today and tomorrow. And started off with zero funding, all that stuff. I think we've done decent with that, and thanks to friends like you. So thank you so much.
There's no clarity on the Copenhagen thing we had sent that.
So Copenhagen. So what I have here, Danish Cultural Institute. In 2008, they started something called CO2 Green Drive. So the whole thing is why write CO2? I mean, we haven't done it here, but they say one of the oldest drawings that have been seen of human beings in the caves and all that is of a bull. So they were scared of the bull. So they were like, let's visualize it first. What are we scared of? And let's actually start working on that. Then once we visualize it, we know what to do with it. So right now the biggest deal we're talking about is the carbon dioxide emissions and whatever else from various sources. Then saying first do that, make it artistic and all that, and then fight it. So that's where those guys coming from. I met him actually at 2010 in Hong Kong, one of these climate change conferences where I was invited. God knows why I was invited. But so this guy was about drive electrical cars and all that. I was like, till you don't get yourself involved directly, human beings, it's not changing. So those guys have come on board with that. Amazing people. They really, conceptually, we've made it happen together. So they're equal partners in crime. So yeah, that's what it is about Copenhagen days. Yeah.
Essentially, the route we ran today has been sent across to Copenhagen and it's been recorded there across all the cities. It's called the CO2 route. We tried getting it in the shape of a CO2, but it was not workable. But anyway, I think the green cover.
So what's happening is like tomorrow, especially, and even today, like today's route, I would expect it to be, while we were running it, it would have been colored while it was actually going on. And there'll be bigger screens tomorrow in a few cities, like in Japan somewhere, God knows where, and in Copenhagen and all that. And while people are actually doing it in various cities, they'll actually be on the bigger screens, the whole thing is actually being colored in the form of CO2. And so the whole idea was how to connect people, New York and wherever else. So that's the whole idea with that, yeah. So idea is, make it attractive to everyone, who's an artistic guy, who's whatever, good for everyone.